Now, listen, you guys, it seems like fans are convinced that Nicki Minaj was throwing a little shade towards the Transformers way, and people are also speculating that the Transformer might have responded by shading back Nicki Minaj's child, which I'm just like, what is this? Oh my goodness, that would be so hectic. We're also going to be talking about Cousin Sloth performing at the rally, as well as Offset and this entire picture that's circulating of him being called not pleasant to the eye and him responding. Akademiks had a lot of things to say about the Milagro and the Bongo 2 situation. And at the same time, we're going to be talking about Erykah Badu annoying the beehive. Now, these are some of the things that we are going to be discussing in this video. Hello, tea lovers, and welcome to the tea plug. I trust you guys are doing well, and I trust you are doing great. Personally, I am doing great, you guys. I am doing extremely amazing. And without further ado, let us dive straight into today's tea. So, first of all, let us talk about the Transformer and, of course, her speech. I mean, I already did a video about that. A lot of people really were questioning, oh my God, why would someone invite her to such an event to speak? It's such an important event, especially the part where the teleprompter seemingly had a little glitch, and she in turn also had a glitch, like literally like a robot. She did not know what to do with herself. And so I do understand people coming through and saying that, well, it doesn't really make sense to have her speak at the rally. And people also started saying that, oh my goodness, she must have gotten paid for her to speak at this rally, because previously she had said that, well, she's not going to be voting. And I remember people actually telling her even back then that, well, it's not like a smart thing to say that you're not going to vote when you've got a platform, such a large platform, blah 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 blah. And some people were also accusing her of getting paid, which she came out and debunked, and she said that she did not get paid for that. Okay, now she knows what the truth is. Hey, we were not there. Okay, so that being said, Nicki Minaj decided to post like a meme of somebody who was laughing, and for some reason people started saying that, well, she is laughing at the Transformer for making a fool out of herself in front of people. And you know how the internet really is. People were really retweeting, reposting that Nicki Minaj, meme. And so I guess it got to the Transformer, and her next slide will shock you, because if this is what she decided to post in response to the seeming Nicki Minaj shade, then I'm just like, you're a walking contradiction. She said from Norway, out of Norway, this is the lady who was writing about, what just happened at the rally and reiterating what she was talking about and things like that. And out of Norway, this girl posted and said, my kids are so smart, with some heart emojis. And people started saying that, well, are you shading Nicki Minaj's child? Because you do know that the internet for the longest of time, has been finding solace in saying that, oh my God, Nicki's kid is not smart. Oh my God, he doesn't speak, and stuff like that. A lot of people have been saying that, which I still don't understand where they have gathered that information, because I don't think that up to now we've ever had like a more than a minute long video of Papa Bear in a position where he should be speaking. I've never seen a video like that on the internet. All I've seen are little snippets of him. So I don't know where people got all of that. But anyway, that being said, that's what she tweeted out of Norway. And people were like, oh my God. In one breath, you're out there saying, oh, I'm throwing a shoe at you because you liked a tweet about my child, which it came out later that the tweet was actually fake. Okay. You're the same person who's saying I'm justified for throwing a shoe at an event because nobody play about my kids, nobody should talk about my kids and stuff like that. And then, so somebody said, stop sneak dissing on people's kids. It's not that deep. And then she said, I'm lost. I can't be proud of my son spelling his name and other things at 3. And then she put a question mark. Now, this is the lowest of all lows. Okay, so if let's say Nicki was indeed shading her for stuttering and doing all of that during the speech, why can't you say something about her? Why do you have to go to the kids? And even on this channel, you guys don't know that she's not my favorite person on earth. It's not a crime. It's, some people you just don't like some people for certain reasons. Personally, it's because of how she's managed to get away with a lot of things that a lot of Black women wouldn't otherwise get away with. For me, that's the thing. But in as much as I will say that she's done that, and I would probably throw some light shade and things like that, I would never talk bad about her kids. And you guys, if you have been following this channel, you know that the kids is where we draw the line, regardless of who it is, whether it's the underage kids of the diddler. I would never do that. If it's the twins, if it's that little girl, that just got, I just feel like it's not fair. It is not fair. And so hopefully she wasn't throwing shade, because that would be the lowest of all lows. And the universe really doesn't play, like when you do things like that towards kids, like that's not cute. I'm not gonna say a lot, but for a mother to do something like that, that would be really weird, especially a mother who recently also just gave birth. Like, I would hope, like, I have a little bit of hope to say that she was not being shady, you guys. That's what I'm just gonna say, because I feel like that's low even for her. I don't think that she would do, like, this is now me being trying to look at the positive side and trying to think that there's a little bit of humanity still in there, or a little bit of smartness in there, in my own opinion. But anyway, let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about that. Do you think that she was shading Nicki Minaj's son, or do you think that people are taking this out of context? Okay, I'm just gonna hold on to that little faith that maybe she really wasn't talking about. She wasn't trying to be shady towards that child. I'm gonna hold on to that for her sake. I hope that's the case. But anyway, the next thing that we are going to be talking about, we're going to talk about Nicki Minaj and Pink Friday 2. It seems like Pink Friday 2 is doing the things, okay? This album is literally, I don't know, it's like a cat. It literally has so many lives. It is actually being reported via chart data that Nicki Minaj's Pink Friday 2 is expected to be up 500% in US pure sales in the week ending October 31st. And that is such a flex. Congratulations to Nicki Minaj. That is so huge. I saw her retweeting it. And I did see Azalia Banks also commenting that this is huge. And when people pointed out that, well, you're a fan, like, the rest of us, she decided to go back to being shady, or Nicki should go and marry a Japanese man and do this. And I'm like, do that yourself, Azalia. Why don't you go and marry the Japanese man yourself? Instead of struggling to pay your rent. Like, you go do all of that. But anyway, let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about that. Now, the next thing that we are going to be talking about, who out there is playing with Offset, and who is out there trying to play with his face card, and why on earth would you do that? So it seems like a fan took a picture with Offset and posted on their Instagram and said that he is ugly in real life. I'm just like, why would you take a picture with someone? Listen, Offset is not even my favorite person, okay? But I find it weird that you would take a picture with someone just to post them on your platform and say that they're not good looking. Like, that is so weird. And I know you asked for that picture. So you asked for that picture that just so you can drag that man like that. Oh my God. Listen. And then he, in his true childish self, decided to post a picture of himself, which was professionally taken clearly, and said, Kiari. And I guess this was him trying to say, look at my face. That's my true face card. And I'm just like, this is too much for a man. I get it. The girl was being shady, but like trying to post a picture proving that you look good. I'm just like, boy, at this point, I don't know who has more theatrics, him or his ex-wife. Like, I feel like they're a match made in heaven. Initially, I didn't understand how the two of them got along, but now I do feel like they're really on the same type of wavelength, and I feel like they get along very well. So yeah, let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about that. I thought that was very hilarious, especially the part where he decided to post that picture. The next thing that we are going to be talking about, we're going to talk about Cousin Sloth. It is her year. Like, that's one thing that you can't say about like Cousin Sloth. Like, she has been eating this year. She's been eating up 2024. And so she got the opportunity to perform at the Kamala Harris, rally. And it seems like people were vibing to Year Glow a lot. However, some people feel like, well, it was not necessary to have her there. I did see, I think it was Amun was also complaining about, well, not complaining per se, but just pointing out that, well, it didn't seem necessary to have her, perform on such a platform. Now, let me know in the comment section, you guys, what do you think about Cousin Sloth performing at the rally? Now, I will say that if Watashi wa Flop could be performed at the rally, Yeah Glow can definitely be performed at the rally. I feel like that's the standard that the rally basically set, that anyone can come and perform. So if people can dance to Watashi wa Flop, they can dance to Yeah Glow. they can dance to that song of his that Rihanna likes, in my own opinion. The next thing that we are going to be talking about, we're going to talk about academics. Now, you guys do know recently there was a situation with Milagro getting sued by Bongo too, and some people feel like it's not fair. Some people feel like, well, that's Bongo too trying to flex some muscle on Milagro, and some people feel like fraudulation is the one to blame. Academics decided to speak up against this, and according to him, it feels like, well, that is fraudulent nation trying to silence independent media, especially black media. And so he came through and said that he would be willing to start a GoFundMe, and he would actually pull in the first like 10 or 15,000 into that GoFundMe so that Millie can get proper representation. Now, if you have been on this channel, it's not every day that I wake up agreeing with what academics has to say, but with this one, I do agree with him. I do feel like this issue of the celebrities continuously trying to silence media, it's not a thing, okay? And I do feel like the Transformer was at the forefront of that with the Tasha K situation, and now everybody feels like, well, you only get to report about me when you're saying positive things. When your opinion about me is positive, that's when you get to talk about me, of which that's not how media works. Like, that is not how media works. And so he is acknowledging that this is a bigger situation, and Milagro losing that battle is not only a loss for her, it's a loss for black media as a whole. And of course, I'm talking about the journalistic platforms, not us. Because I'm not a journalist. I'm talking about those people that really make, I don't want to say that, but like people who have created, who have made careers out of being, black media like this. Those are the people that he was talking about, and he is indeed making a lot of sense. So I'm just going to quickly insert what academics had to say, and then I will catch you after that.
Whole intimidation of independent media influencers. I'm not standing for that. And I was, that's why I said all these other media niggas be suckers, because like the first thing that came to my mind is like, I'm gonna see how real these. By the time I get home, I'm in Houston right now. By the time I get home, yo, if bro, she's trying to big bang take little bang type, she's trying to shut somebody up. And if any artists feel like they could get that off on anybody, maybe not me, maybe they could get off on. I'm not saying she don't got bread or whatever, but get off on her or anybody else. So really, I was gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna just see what these media niggas with it. All right, yo, let's start a GoFundMe, nigga. I'm gonna just throw the first 10, 15,000 in there. Let's see if anybody else gonna contribute, because the moment we let Rock Nation, and it's not about an artist, Rock Nation, any of these entities feel like if they sue a blogger or they sue a news reporter in this independent media industry, and they can just shut you up, get some type of injunctive measure to make sure you don't report about whatever. Right now, Megan's but she getting killed on accord. Look, how y'all gonna file a lawsuit on Milagro, and then the next day she put out a goddamn documentary? She in the documentary saying she lied. I was looking at it. I'm like, yo, if it come down to it, even if I'm getting involved, like it's gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna just see who gonna put up and shut up, because at the end of the day, this whole new media independent game we got going on, we got to start seeing. I ain't saying we unionizing type shit, but we got to start seeing who's really for it.
You heard him, you guys. There you heard him. And like I said, I do feel like a loss for Milagro is going to be a loss for a lot of media platforms. And when I see the likes of Elliot celebrating this, I'm just looking at him like, Elliot, are you okay? Have you given up, as a journalist? Like, what's tea, okay? Have you now chosen to become a puppet for fraudulent nation as opposed to being a journalist? Because it seems like each time anything has to do with fraudulent nation, in comes Smeliot with his tail dancing around as if he was summoned by fraudulent nation's mention. Okay, the next thing that we are going to be talking about, we're going to talk about Erykah Badu. Now, so she went on an interview with the Breakfast Club, and they were basically asking her about that entire Beyoncé situation. If you guys don't remember, there was a time when Erykah felt like, well, Beyonce was sort of getting inspired by her without giving her credit. And the Beehive were not here for it. They went in for Erykah. They were like, oh my God, you're irrelevant. You're this, you're that, you're that. And that's what these guys were asking her. And she really did seem unbothered. She said, where's the Beehive right now? And of course, people are trying to understand what that means. And some people are saying it means that she's saying lives outside of the internet, like the internet dislike and everything is not real. That's what she's trying to say, with some people saying that, well, the beehive, she means that the beehive is in hiding because also the alleged ties with everything that's going on, so now they are embarrassed and they are in hiding. So let me know, if we have the beehive here, are you guys in hiding, and what do you have to say about what Erykah Badu had to say? And don't come for me, I'm not the one who say that. Let me just insert what Erykah had to say, and then I will catch you guys after that.
Where's the beehive now?
The beehive chased you a little bit for a little bit.
Where's the beehive now?
Go on
Twitter. Where? I ain't seen the beehive in a long time. And I love peace. They don't know I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Love peace. They're my totem. Yeah. We ain't seen them lately though. Have y'all?
Mm-mm.
Well, there you heard that, you guys. Now, the next thing that we are going to be talking about, Mingle, okay? It seems like Mingle decided to go on live with her friend, and she was talking about Beyoncé, basically saying, well, Beyoncé, you are the reason why I started singing. Oh my God, I decided to start my career because of you. And she started dancing to a Beyoncé song. And I saw a certain platform posting it with a caption that, oh wow, Nicki Minaj's sister gives Beyoncé her flowers a couple of weeks after Nicki Minaj blasts Beyoncé. And I said, when did Nicki blast Beyoncé? Like, am I missing something? Because I do know that a bond to pick, that the bond that she has to pick, she has to pick with the husband, not with Beyonce. So I'm surprised why people are all of a sudden trying to make it seem like Nicki is saying Beyonce has done something to me. No, she is saying the husband has done something to her. And the whole caption of saying, well, Ming did this after Nicki, and I'm just like, what are you trying to do? What seed are you trying to sow between these sisters? And however, that being said, even the video itself, to me, I couldn't even gather if she was being sincere or if she was mocking Beyonce. Like, I didn't understand if she was being sarcastic or if she was being sincere, in my own opinion. But let me just insert that tiny video. It's going to be very short because just after they start playing Beyonce.
Thank you to Beyonce for letting me perform on Instagram, and I just know that it's all because of her. She's always been my inspiration. It's all because of her I've been exactly loving music, and all because of her I love music, and because of her it makes me so inspired. My first song was actually Love on Top the first day that I was born. The moment the moment my mother played Love on Top, I started to come out her vagina like a water spout.
Well, there you saw that, you guys. Let me know in the comment section what you think about Mingle and this Beyonce thing, okay? The next thing that we are going to be talking about, we're going to talk about Bongo 2 and her calling Girl the B word. Now, it seems like a lot of people were not here for it, and it seems like Girl herself might have seen that. I did see the issue being discussed at the Breakfast Club, and it seems like between the lies and everything that have been exposed about Bongo 2, one thing that Charlamagne is not here for is Bongo 2 calling Girl the B word, saying put some respect on your elder's name, which I, for the first time today, I'm actually agreeing with a lot of people that I don't normally agree with. I do agree with Charlamagne here. I feel like when it comes to women of a certain age, no matter how ratchet you think you are, no matter how cute you think it is to be swearing and calling people out of their names, have some respect. Okay, that's not your friend. That's not your little friend. And don't be talking like that to your elders. So yeah, let me just insert what Charlamagne had to say, and let me also insert Girl's response. It was very classy, just as expected. She didn't say anything nasty about Sympathy, because you do know that Sympathy Stallion, once you say anything negative, you're going to feature in her documentary next, and she's going to be crying, talking about I was depressed because Girl said, don't call me the B word. So, of course, Girl has to be careful about that, because that girl will hold on to anything. And let me just say something, you guys, a little discussion that I've heard to say. In the documentary, she does talk about she doesn't care if she has issues with a friend. She would never defend someone who has allegedly done, those things to a friend and stuff like that. And people are like in the comment section coming for Kelsey. How dare you? It should be beyond D. This woman opened to you about what she was going through when she lost her mother, and you still chose to ditch her in a time like this. How dare you do something like that? And I'm just like, you guys would never hold this girl accountable for anything. And I don't like how you try to spin this narrative to say that if we mention that this girl betrayed her best friend, you guys try to come and say that, well, it doesn't mean that she deserved to get, that what happened to her. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about her friendship with Kelsey and how much of a disloyal friend she was to the girl. That's what I'm talking about. You all know on this channel, when it comes to that Tory Lanez and the Bongo 2 case, I've always been like, you know what, I'm going to stay away from that since the beginning. But let's talk about the betrayal to the friend. Are you not even going to hold her accountable for that as well? She's going to be forever the victim. She doesn't owe Kelsey any loyalty. It doesn't matter that she laid down with Kelsey's man. Are you serious? I want to see your friends in real life. And I want to see how many of you would still be able to break bread with a friend who slept down with your man, with your man. I would like to know how many of you are capable of doing that. I think a lot of you would defend this nonsense. You don't know what loyalty is. And you have loose morals. You have loose morals that you are able to justify sleeping with your friend's man or your sister's man or things like that. How dare you do that? Of course, I'm just exaggerating, but yeah, you get my point. So I don't think that after I said those audios, the girl one and the Charlamagne the God one, I will be coming back. That being said, thank you very much, you guys, for watching, and thank you very much for making it this far. If you have not already, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button and do turn on the notification bell so that you will be notified each and every time that I post. Okay, this November, hopefully, just crossing my fingers, work is going to be kind to me. That's my prayer, so that we can continue hanging and chilling together consistently on this channel. Okay, that being said, who amongst you was out there saying that, oh well, the pot calling the kettle black because you're saying the Transformer speech was a mess? Well, I'm not speaking at a rally. I'm not jeopardizing somebody else's win by claiming to belong to the brim and then hopping on stage and trying to endorse someone. I'm not doing that. Number two, learn the difference between an accent and speaking English, okay? And also learn the difference between articulation and an accent. If you do not know how to distinguish the two, do not come in my comment section. Otherwise, I'm watching you. Of course, I'm joking, you guys. You do know that, like, if you want to come with that energy, I will be there sometimes in the comment section, and I can give you back the energy that you want. But until next time, you guys, see you. I love you.
Minding my own business, people were reaching out to me saying, hey, Gail, Megan Thee Stallion just called you a bitch. Well, I know you're expecting me, or maybe you're thinking I have something negative to say. I do not. I have nothing but great love and respect for Megan Thee Stallion, cheering her on always. But there's so much bigger things that are happening in the world, like radio today. There's so much to discuss. The election. Segment 2, Halloween, hence the orange and black.
Are you dressed as a today?
Nope, I'm not dressed as a I'm just dressed as Gail King. But seriously, I got nothing but love for Megan Thee Stallion. I'm nuts about her. Hey.
Of course, she told the truth. But of course, she told the truth about sleeping with her.
She did, but at the same time, there was like, even the detective said that a lot of things that she was saying in court were not consistent with what she told police prior to that. So, you know what I mean? Like, they're just saying like, yo, how you believe her?
Inconsistency.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I didn't really care. I was more concerned about her calling Gayle King a over and over. Like, Meg, respect your elders.
No, as a girl, I mean, it was a little
no,
hard to hear.
No, ain't no as a girl.
As a girl,
respect
you know,
your
she's
elders.
just being like,
no, that is your elder.
Like, okay.
No, it's different. If y'all
I wouldn't say
if
that.
y'all the same age,
I wouldn't say that.
I understand.
Not
That's
about
your
Gayle King.
elder. No, I know. I'm not letting y'all get that. Nope, that is your elder.
So she got to come out with an apology for that.
Come out with an apology.
That's up to her. But my point is, I'm sitting there listening to it as a nice Southern man. Like, damn, why you keep calling Gayle King a over and over? Like, you
like that's your homegirl. She be in a group chat.
That ain't your little friend.
The first time I heard it, it was a little. It was like, ooh,
that ain't your little friend now.
Oprah gonna hear this, girl.
That ain't your little friend. Now I do agree. Gayle ain't had no business asking you that. All right, but that ain't your little friend.
That's Gail's job.
Interviews.
Not really.
She didn't say disrespectful. She was asking because she was trying to see how close they were in that relationship.
But that was There was the rumor at the time was that her and Kelsey were
I don't even look at Gail as that type of interviewer to ask.
But she was talking about the shooting, and they were talking about how close they were.
It's not her being messy. It was relevant to the case.
I think